Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I'm saying welcome back for like what feels like the first time or something because it's just been so long since we've had a chit chat video like this. I mean, this video is not a full chit chat, but I just wanted to not do a voiceover for the whole video. I wanted to just kind of talk to you guys, share some news with you guys, and take you into my world a little bit more this year, period. So this video is gonna be a little bit different. It's about hair, but from a different new perspective. So recently, guys, okay, I was taken to Cincinnati to the Soul Lab. So this is P&G Soul Lab, where they have created Gold Series. Now for Canada, y'all on the new now. But for the US, you guys have already been lucky enough to have it. But this is Gold Series. It's a collection that was designed by Black scientists, guys. I'm gonna repeat that. Designed by Black scientists and PhDs. And it's like, this experience was my first time ever going into a lab to see how products were created. And I just think it was extremely enlightening. And it was just different. And it really wasn't what I expected, because you kind of don't know what to expect, because it's just one of those processes that we're not really familiar with. But even for myself, being a hairstylist and like using all these different products, like I've just never been in a lab to see how extensive it is in terms of like the research that's done. So I just want to share with you guys this partnership. I want to share with you guys my experience in Cincinnati at the Soul Lab. And then as well, I had asked you guys on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, hello, you missing out. I asked you guys what you guys wanted me to ask the scientists. So I'm also going to include all the Q&As from that. And you guys can also comment below and let me know what kind of questions you do have, and maybe I can still get in contact with them and get those answers to you guys. But the collection has been so far amazing. I love being able to see the testing that they went through, the different types of hair textures and everything. And it was kind of eye-opening, and it definitely kind of makes you want to make your own products. Like, you low-key are like, okay. I mean, it does both things actually, because it's extremely extensive. So on one end, you're like, this is a lot. This is a lot that went into this. But on the other end, you're like, ooh, maybe I would like to do something like this one day. You know, like it kind of did both for me. So I'm gonna take you to the Soul Lab with me. So let's go.
grow, and I'm one of the scientists that worked on Gold Series and the launch of the products, as well as the science behind the products too.
Okay, Dr. Rose, so the first question is, are there organic products used in the line?
Organic, no. Well, let me add some context here, because oftentimes people think about, and when you say organic, meaning natural, is that what
They just said organic, but yeah, maybe that's, I guess that's the line.
Natural. So the question around ingredients comes up all the time. I talked earlier about our hair fiber, and everybody having on the outside of their hair fiber a chemical structure called 18-methyl icosanoic acid. That's natural to our bodies, and it's designed to protect our hair cuticles from damage. However, when we do so many different things to our hair, like combing, brushing, coloring, etc., any of that can strip that protective layer away. So the goal is to mimic that protective network, which actually sounds like something that's probably not organic.
Yeah.
But it's very organic.
Can you say the name one more time?
18-methyl icosanoic acid. Also known as the F layer. We have products that are able to penetrate into the hair so that as we're washing our hair, water alone can introduce metals into the hair. Certain metals for the hair can be damaging. It can degrade the proteins. Our hair is made up of almost 90% proteins. It can degrade the lipids. In the lineup, we have argan oil that's blended into the formula to help to also provide the final benefit, but not looking at one specific ingredient providing all of the benefits. Here, so as a result, we need something to counteract that from happening, and we have antioxidants in the product to enable that. So our product is a great blend of science, chemistry, as well as our knowledge of how natural ingredients work to blending all of that together.
So the next question is, do you really need to wash your hair with cold water?
So that is a common myth that we hear,
Really?
and apparently
A myth, you think?
Yes.
Oh,
and we've tested
no,
it.
no.
We've tested it. We've also worked with dermatologists. So interestingly enough, we've tested the ideal temperature that the water needs to be. So just at or slightly below your body temperature. But what people believe and what we've heard is that cold water can help seal the cuticles. What cold water actually does is help to deliver in the metals, so it's driven by the metals in the water into the hair. So again, using water that's slightly warm is actually better than cold water. That's a myth that is actually sealing the cuticles. Tested externally and internally. So we have partners that we also work with externally who are experts in hair, not necessarily working on a particular brand, but we've had partnerships to overcome some of these myths and actually evaluate the performance.
That's funny because I've always was thinking like, okay, well, just like how your skin is, right? You're using cooler water to kind of rinse off, or even ice for closing your pores.
Right. So the difference in hair and skin, the hair is dead, so those cells are no longer living. The skin is very different because it's
alive.
Live.
It's alive.
It's alive. And it needs that in so many words. So, but hair, very different.
That's true.
Very different.
That's true. Okay, and our last question is, how do you combat, like, what's the best way to combat frizz? Whether it's the wigs or your real hair, what do you think?
So for both the wigs, especially if it's a natural
real hair,
fiber,
yeah,
exactly,
natural fibers,
as well as your own hair, it is important to use a good leave-on treatment that can help to really, this is where this sealing in and smoothing the cuticle can come in. The hydrating oil provides that benefit. It provides a smoothing benefit. Like when we were in the salon earlier, you could see where one of the ladies, she had a half head done where it wasn't treated with the hydrating oil versus where it was. Now she still had the hair look very smooth in terms of movement. However, there was some flyaways and not a whole lot of shine. The hydrating oil was able to smooth the cuticle and provide some shine while at the same time being able to penetrate into the hair to deliver the moisturization benefit.
Okay. Nice. Well, thank you for your time.
Third step is so very important.
Third step.
Yeah. So
last
if
and final,
you
that oil.
end with shampoo conditioner, most likely if you have texture like mine, this style is as a result of me using a third step product to seal and lock the cuticle in and the shine. If I just walked outside and used my shampoo and conditioner, my hair is going to want to frizz. Yeah, our hair is naturally porous.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much for hanging out and kicking it with your girl. I love you, and I'll see you in my next video. Lastly.